Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I did a look in honor of the premiere of Eclipse. While I was watching the movie, I couldn't help but notice how amazing Kristen Stewart looks as Bella Swan, and her makeup is, I think, amazing. It really doesn't look like she has any on, which is the part that I love so much about it, but it really showcases her natural features. So I decided to try to recreate a little bit of the look that she has in the movie. She has these amazing, you know, naturally like big, beautiful eyes, and I have pretty small eyes, and they're not really too deep set, they're just kind of like normal. So in order to get more of that deep set look, you'll see how I achieve that. Also, her incredibly fleshed, beautiful cheeks with a very fair, like porcelain complexion. And lastly, her very matte, naturally enhanced lips. So I kind of tried to do my interpretation of what I saw and, you know, try it out for yourself. It was a really fun look to do. I actually love this look so much, I think I might just start wearing it almost every day. So that's it, and feel free to comment and tell me what you think. If you want to tell me what you thought about Eclipse, I'd love to hear it. And again, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys like it enough to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, so to start out, I don't like using, especially in this summer, I really don't like doing my eye makeup without using a primer first. So lately I've been using, what I'm using as a concealer, which is the Jane Be Pure Mineral Correcting Concealer. And it has a little brush tip like that. So I'm actually just going to start out by applying this all over my eyelid. I also like to bring it into the tear duct area and down just a little bit into like along like the border of where like my under eye circles would be. So I'll bring a little bit up, and then I just pat it in to set it. And I find that this works really well as an eye primer. I think it brings out a lot of the pigment quality in my eyeshadows, regardless of whether they're inexpensive or like high-end, and it helps my shadow to last a lot longer. And then for our lid color, I'm taking the Lust palette from Wet n Wild. It looks like that. And from this, I'm going to be working with the two lighter shades. The top is like a matte, like rose pink, like a baby pink, and then the bottom is like a nice vanilla shimmer. And those are the two that I'm going to be working. And then for the rest of the look for my eyeshadows, I'm taking the Sweetest Candy Trio from Wet n Wild, and I'm using the bottom two. It's like a nice, like, I guess you would say like a nice melon color, like a melon pink, and then a nice chocolate brown. These are both semi, like, they're more matte with like a slight shimmer in it. So to start out on my freshly primed eye, I'm just going to take a flat shader brush from Sonia Kashuk that I picked up at Target, and I'm going to start out with the nice, with the baby pink color. Okay, so I basically just loaded up my brush, and I'm going to just lightly pack that in all over the lid area. And this is a really nice matte pink, so it kind of like just kind of lays down really nicely and evens everything out. I love the way this one looks. Bring a little bit here. Okay, so you can see I'm kind of just placing this all over the eye. Okay, so we have a nice matte, smooth, even base there. Okay, with the same brush, I'm gonna take that top shimmery like vanilla color, and I'm just gonna take just a tiny tiny little bit. And then I'm going to just go along the entire like border underneath my eyebrow there. And that's just gonna be a very subtle highlight. This nice pretty pink here. And I'm taking a fluffy crease brush. I got this from Mary Kay, but you can pretty much find it anywhere. It's just a nice fluffy, pointed at the end, a nice fluffy crease brush. And then I'm going to dust this brush all in that pink color. And now the trick here is to use a very, very, very light hand. I'm going to just run this color, like basically lightly dust it all along that hollow crease area, okay? Now what you're doing right here is you're just creating that very subtle shadow. It's almost just like a nice little hue so that your eyes look a lot more sunken in and defined and more like deep set is what I want to say, not sunken in. Okay, I'm going to take a tiny, tiny little fine-tipped eyeshadow brush. And with this brush, I'm just gonna start out with a teeny weeny, like literally that much. I'm just gonna dab it in that brown. And then literally with the lightest, like little strokes, you're just going to kind of like sketch underneath where you placed the pink, like directly in that little crease area. Just teeny weeny little sketches. And right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna build the color. We're not gonna just throw the color all on at once. I'm gonna dab a little bit more color. So it's kind of like you're painting a picture here, because you wanna be very, very, very subtle in how you're placing this color on. Because we don't want anything too loud or overwhelming. We want to just enhance our eyes in a very natural way and just kind of like make it look like we're not really wearing makeup when we are. Okay, so now my eyes look a little bit more, and I'm concentrating this in the inner crease and the outer crease. So it's almost like I'm making like a little bit of a shadow to make my eyes look a lot more deep set than they are, which is a very like huge characteristic of Kristen Stewart. She has very nice, beautiful, deep set, like hooded eyes. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit more of that frosty vanilla color. I'm just gonna put a little bit on that flat, large shader brush. And I'm just going to lightly dust that on, like kind of like the front like third of my eyelid. I'm not going all the way in with this because I just want to make the lid look larger than it really is. I want to enhance the crease and make the lid look larger so that my eyes end up looking a lot more deep set than they really are. So you can see the effect is really taking place. My eyes are starting to look, you can really see that they're naturally enhanced. Nothing too crazy. Now, that's it for the shadow. For the a little bit more definition, I'm going to take this long-lasting eye pencil from Essence, and this color is called Hot Chocolate. Start with this like outer third, and I'm kind of doing this with my eyes slightly open because I don't want to close it because I don't want to make the line too thick. I'm pretty much coloring in the roots of my lashes. I'm really not creating like a line. And I'm only doing that on the outer corner. So you can see I really didn't create like a heavy line. It's just a little bit of enhancement on the outer corner of my eye with that dark brown pencil. And all I did was just color over like basically where the root of my lashes is. I didn't really go too much above that. I'm just gonna start with my lashes. I'm using my favorite mascara, the Essence Ultra Volume Mascara Lash Mania. This is what I use. I love this stuff. And if you bend your brush like this, it really helps to get every little lash. Okay, so that's the eyes. You can see now my one matches the other. Just natural, defined, you know, deep set. And I actually really like, I love this look. This